is accelerated with LSU. Their pace, their level of play, their electric offense, and their ability to get to the free throw on the perimeter.
Williams to the line at 82-1. And for the Duke Blue Devils, strong in the backcourt with Jackson and Tiana Mayer. Ashland with the ball in her hands.
Starting on the officials.
It's a foul on Zakiya Johnson. Zakiya may have gotten a piece of that shot, and then on the run out as players for the United States. Fournier, second chance, getting on the glass. Koval got the first one. There's a look at the Capital One starting lineup for LSU. Richard wild on the shot, offensive rebound. Koval stripped away by May. Corner, three on the way, short from Ariana Robertson. Another offensive rebound, and Jackson, that is huge. Guard to Flau'Jae Johnson with the catch.
Yes, Ashton Jackson will have the toughest perimeter assignment, which is Flau'Jae.
And Grace Knox are coming on. Jackson tried to pick one of the greatest sixth players we've seen in the college game. First at South Carolina and now at LSU. Is in their careers. Moki a shade ahead of Pat Summitt now for her career. Season matchup, they started the game beating LSU 14-1. And then LSU took charge and ended up scoring 93.
Players got to adjust.
On the inbound, Fournier walks with it. Mayer defending on for Wiley. And here comes Michaela Williams. Looking for Joyner, and it has it blocked by Robertson. And now Duke will push. Riley Nelson. Fournier, tough catch, and she'll get the finish. Remember, Duke did huge in the December showdown. LSU was able to rally and win it going away. And now LSU, recent addition to the 2,000-point club. LSU history.
And one of the all-time greats is sitting over there on the bench.
Sure
that's
is.
got a statue, and that's Simone Augustus, two-time Wade Trophy winner.
Offense, Mitchell. Gary, the new head coach at Rutgers. Daphne, his assistant. Wiley fouled on the drive, and it's another trip.
CC. And you know what? We don't have a national sixth player of the year. I think we ought to consider.
I sense you're starting something
Yeah,
here.
I'm starting it right. Tiana Mayer, the point guard for Duke's got her hands full right here with Flau'Jae. Look at her turn the corner. My goodness, so fast.
Antonio.
Look at they clear it out for her in transition. Like, gonna bring a little drag screen right here.
Nice roll by Knox. Out of Savannah, Georgia, the last link to their championship team. Same play this at the end of the year.
And when the first net ranking came out with the schedule that they played, they were #1 in the net. Now, explain that to me.
Mayer, nice breakaway and a lay-in. It's called for Wiley. Calling for the screen. Steps back for the three and hits it over Mayer.
Here we go. Wiley was a great player in the state of South Carolina. I watched her in high school because I live in South Carolina. Terrorize all those high school.
Flau'Jae. Here's Amaya Joyner looking to face up. Blocked by Robertson. Foul on the shot. And this will be the fourth trip to the line for LSU of the night. 4 more games coming your way tomorrow. Already advanced.
But I don't think that's the case with LSU. They are always putting pressure on you with their transition game.
Frenetic and all the way up. All 5 on the perimeter right now for LSU. Johnson defended by Jackson. Tough shot on the drive. Offensive rebound won't go. Pin.
Really slow developing for Duke.
A lot of dribbling. Robertson, corner. She's been a All-ACC freshman team member. Michaela Williams gets that one to go. Tough. Everything as difficult as they could. Big screen out top. Robertson on the roll. Has it stripped away. Wood able to tip it to herself. Robertson from the elbow. Michaela Williams. Here comes the screen. Mayer uses it, pulls up mid and hits.
With the pace of LSU, as you heard Coach Lawson mention to Jess.
Flau'Jae still hot. Delaney Thomas to Jackson, and now Fournier draws the foul. Yes. They just drew the second foul on Zakiah Johnson. Koval is set to check back in. Flau'Jae. Fournier with a steal.
She goes to the paint. She is a much better scorer than she's a passer.
Jackson looking to go coast to coast.
Credit, no one stopped the ball, and so if you don't see two hips, two shoulders, you take it to the rim.
Coverage of the NCAA.
Fantastic job at Duke. And Cameron Boozer, Player of the Year.
Williams can't knock that down. Knox able. Williams 1 for 5. Just to start things off, they're two of their top 3 scorers. Oh, it's pretty spin by Flau'Jae. But the Duke Blue Devils getting it done here in the first half. Nice step through for Flau'Jae. And a steal here by Mayer. Fournier for 3, short. Right away. 5 turnovers, just 7 baskets so far for Duke, or for LSU. Mayer, score.
Coaching staff, though, not calling timeout either.
Flau'Jae, wild shot. Grace Knox and 1.
A tournament, a tremendous offensive rebounder.
Robertson is back out there, and Knox, a foul. Here comes Nelson. Fournier burying the defender. They attack the player with 2 fouls, but she misses the look.
Jordan Wood, your 6'4", three-point specialist off the Iverson cut.
Riley Nelson.
Any defense, they've just gone quick score. And Duke has done a nice job offensively. We always talk about their defense, but their offense.
14 and gets a tip there. Again, the ricochet goes Duke's way, and there's Fournier, 3-point chance. In just 32% so far.
Here's the switch you want. You got Fournier.
Williams got her up in the air, but the off-balance shot.
Another
tipped around. Nelson gets him another chance. Jackson open look for 3. In and out. Jackson, good leadership to set up in the half court here. Uses the Fournier screen. Force the shot though. Bella Hines. Nice bounce pass. Joyner, count it. 15 points for her.
I bet next year she'll be a pick and pop 5 for Kara Lawson. She's working on that perimeter game.
Flau'Jae. Well, first half.
Bella Hines getting extended minutes here.
Foul
on the Flau'Jae rejects the screen, gets the rescreen and the switch.
Lost it. Punched it loose, got it back for her teammate. Looking for any kind of spark right now to get them going. Duke has controlled this one from the start. Mayer.
Well, Kara Lawson.
Mayer looking to counter.
Lead the nation.
See if they go back to Michaela here. Flau'Jae working on Fournier, no. Joyner, good ears, and here's Flau'Jae. Williams. Jackson with a big steal. Counted and a foul. I mean, that's the basketball IQ to go along with Duke degrees and certificate. Knox brought the defender to her, and she has to give it up. Knox, mid-range. Joyner, blocked by Ryan.
They're getting every 50-50 ball. They have been the tougher team. On the glass, defensive.
She's been terrific on the offensive glass for LSU. Hines, tough
like
pass.
What kind of pass is that?
About their decision-making in the locker room at the half. See if Duke goes back to Fournier. He's got 14 to lead the way. Jackson with the Fournier screen. Ashland to Toby. Spins away from a double team, and they won't get the shot.
There was a little conversation in the locker room for Kim Mulkey about toughness and about effort and about sticking with the game plan, and how about running some offense?
We've had 8 turnovers to their 4. But overall, she said, our energy is gone. It's like it's zapped. So she said, where is the energy? So she's hoping that it's right there.
Offensive contributions from Williams and Flau'Jae. Let's see if that's about to change too. Johnson off the bounce. Hello. Can they get Delaney Thomas involved? She was shackled with a couple of fouls in that first half. Mayer drained. Wiley feeds Williams. Fouled on the shot. And only got 7 players. That's who they've been running with all year long. After them cooking. Oh, she almost had a pick. Jackson, Mayer looking for another 3. Williams, ooh, tough pass. Knox is there. Maybe the bounces are going to start going LSU's way.
Exactly.
Jackson, Flau'Jae trying to keep her on the left side of the floor. Here's Fournier with a touch. Leans into the defender and drops right. Hey, for the 6th straight year, every NCAA women's champion, Kentucky will punch 4 more tickets to the Elite 8 tomorrow. South Carolina, Oklahoma, TCU, Virginia tomorrow.
This team is used to playing with this kind of cadence in the second half.
Jackson back to Fournier, blocked by Wiley, and then Williams. Count it, and a free throw coming for the LSU lead.
Look at this move.
Coaching staff thought she was coasting and not being aggressive enough.
And what did Kim Mulkey's been going really well right now for LSU.
She was pushed, and she has responded. Nice pickup by Wood on the offensive. Flau'Jae gives it up for Knox. In and out. Flau'Jae offensive rebound. Oh, got it with the... Michaela Williams for 3, short. She was on the All-ACC first team this year.
2 bigs on the lineup right now for LSU. They like to go 4 guards.
For Wiley on the drive. For 2. Pace picking up here in the front.
From coming to the middle of the floor if you're guarding the inbounder.
Back to Mayer. Hits another throw. Flau'Jae off the fake. And it comes out to Jackson. Numbers for Duke, 3-on-1. Wood with the leg. Johnson defended by Jackson. Flau'Jae drives, scoops it up with the left. Weren't playing hard enough early in the season, and that changed once they started into the ACC with a win over Virginia Tech. They rattled off 17 wins. Yes.
Beth, it's so funny that you brought up how hard they're playing, because the first thing Coach said in the Duke huddle, Coach Lawson said, I love how hard you're playing. She said, keep...
Flau'Jae big in the 3rd quarter.
Leverage to the rim.
Flau'Jae with the stutter step, had it knocked loose. She'll try again, and there's Fournier. Delaney Thomas limited to just 7 minutes of court time tonight.
Remember at the beginning of the game I talked about, could Duke stay with them on the glass, and could their length be an issue? And their length she's not a threat to score from up there, but she's dangerous, crashing the glass from the top of the floor.
They gotta hurry. Mayer had it knocked loose. Look at Richard diving down on the deck. Flau'Jae looking for a path to the bucket. Mayer steps through, left hand, in and out. Again, down on the deck is Richard. Richard for 3, no. Mayer uses the screen, mid-range, good.
Richard calling off Michaela Williams and not letting her have the ball on the top of the floor.
Richard forced to take a tough shot and a heave.
Have it. That's interesting. And right in front of Coach Mulkey, who gave her the stare down. I thought it was a
right to go to the Final Four. That matchup coming up on Sunday. Koval blocks the pass, leads to the breakout. Flau'Jae missed the layup. Got to be able to finish at the rim. Here's Jackson. The blow by, 3 on the way, no.
Well, that's their game. They got to get on her quicker. And that's having Jordan Wood having to guard on the perimeter. Going with 2 bigs for LSU.
Remember, if you appeal and lose, it costs you a timeout.
Yeah, and they have 3 remaining.
Jackson, mid-range, got it. Nice pick by Thomas, took it right away from Flau'Jae. And Delaney, and 1.
Plus the start of the 4th quarter in this game.
Catch your breath. Williams going to work. Bothered by Jordan Wood, and it's Duke ball.
Duke is the 2nd best shot blocker.
Who can stay poised? Who can execute down the stretch here? That's been a bugaboo for LSU in their losses.
Stuff, plays, they're getting to their 2nd and 3rd sides. They're getting into their 3rd options offensively.
Up-tempo when they need to, executing in the half-court when they have to. Flau'Jae, that's the 6th block shot for Duke. Williams and Flau'Jae every time up now for LSU. And now Duke can extend the lead. Mayer, Fournier, another. It is an 11. They're outscoring LSU 11-2. Johnson stays on the Tiger bench for the time being. Richard needed it so far tonight. Thomas blocked by Koval. Richard
Advantage.
on the run with Flau'Jae. Mayer uses the Fournier screen. Wood offensive rebound. Saves it in to Thomas. Richard, fade away. Been a double dribble on the Blue Devils. And now the shot clock's winding down. Jackson, Mayer, got Flau'Jae to blow by. What a play, being down.
Discipline.
Under 5 to go. The Blue Devils inching closer to the upset.
That's a
She keep her LSU career alive over the weekend, or is it the Blue Devils? With their outstanding backcourt today, as
Flau'Jae turned it over 15 times a game, but look at that attack off the bounce. And there's a stop and a rebound.
And a held ball will go 20+ tonight for Duke. Flau'Jae, the hesitation, the drive, the rack won't go. And Jackson working with Thomas, weaving her way for a look from 3. Fournier. Dick matters most here in the final 3.5 minutes.
On it.
She gets 1 for 2. Flau'Jae on the drive. Got it.
Kara Lawson going into the playbook.
Fournier comes high to catch off the bounce. Walked.
Good help.
And get this down to 2 possessions. Flau'Jae spinning, and there is has just 1 turnover in 33 minutes tonight. Jackson also with just 1. Jackson, they clear out the left side for her to attack Koval. Bothers the shot and Michaela Williams faces up and scores.
LSU doesn't want to foul here. They want to play good D. There's a deflection. Look for the ghost action.
Mayer, Richard stays right with her. Taina has to jack 1 up. Scramble for what to do. Jackson. Oh, Fournier, they had her in the lane, didn't get it to her. Flau'Jae with a tough catch on the inbound. They're gonna have to hurry again. Shot clock winding down, and an offensive foul on the hit for the Tigers.
They haven't made a lot of threes. I don't think they're driving it.
Williams steps by Fournier. It's a 1.
Got to play good D right here. Duke's got to get a good piece of execution.
Blocked by Koval on the Fournier shot, and Richard, a missed opportunity and a huge one.
Just good D right here, no fouls. You got time. No, you did not want to foul.
Fourth foul on Flau'Jae. Jackson can make it a 3-point lead. Richard has it. LSU down 1. Flau'Jae on the drive, blocked by Fournier, and a foul at the line. Trying to get it to Jackson. They do on the run. The pitch out to Mayer for 3. No good. Out of back. They get it into Jackson. Good if it goes. Around